Art is dying. Okay, that's dramatic, but with so many art programs being defunded or cut completely from the budget for so many schools in the US, it almost seems like people don't care about art anymore. And they don't understand the importance, the benefits of sharing your creativity. With these cuts, we're losing the importance of art for the mind and soul. There are lots of articles out there on the internet talking about the benefits of art on your mental health. You also have things like art therapy and music therapy actually used professionally. So we know that art is great, not just for kids, but also for adults, for their mental health, as an outlet for them to talk about what is important to them. It's great. I write songs myself. I've been writing songs since I was a little kid, and I've used music to get me through some really difficult times. Downer alert, my dad died in 2017, and I wrote a song about him. Writing music about him, writing a song about him really helped me grieve him, and music and songwriting has really been part of that process for me. So for some people it might be music, it might be drawing, it might be writing, you might have all of these different outlets, but I want to share the one that I'm most confident with you guys, so you can enjoy writing a song, because it's not just good for your mental health, it's fun. It's a fun activity. We're going to go through songwriting 101, and this is literally going to be basic, so anybody can do this. This is for anybody who has zero musical experience. This is just a way for you to get something down, you know, talk about how much you hate society or how your ex broke up with you. Anything you want. First things first, you need to pick up an instrument. And this can be a guitar, a piano, a fucking didgeridoo, if you really want it to be. But just pick up an instrument. It's gonna be so easy for you to turn whatever kind of music you might have in here onto something. And this does not have to be a $5,000 guitar. If you don't have the money, you can find used guitars on places like Reverb and eBay for really cheap, or you can even go to Walmart and grab like a $30 guitar. There are also piano apps that you can just use on your iPad and play some little notes on there. You don't have to spend too much money on this. I would recommend an acoustic guitar or a piano. Those are just really easy entryways to write a song. Number 2, you need to learn some chords. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna teach you some chords. Okay, got my trusty acoustic with me. And we're gonna learn some chords. So starting off, let's do one of the easiest chords on the guitar. I'm also gonna put up the piano chords somewhere on the video too. So this is an E minor chord. And the good thing about it is only uses 2 fingers. So that is the 2nd and the 3rd string from the top on the 2nd fret of the guitar. That's an E minor. And this is one of the saddest chords on guitar. Next one is, we're gonna learn how to play G. Usually it's played with these bottom 2 strings too, but we're just gonna use the top 2 strings because it's easy. Top string on the 3rd fret, and then 2nd to top string on the 2nd fret. That's your G chord. Then we're gonna do an A minor. So that's the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, the 4th string on the 2nd fret, and then the 5th string on the 1st fret. So that one requires 3 fingers, but your fingers are really close together, so you're not stretching much. And then we have a C chord. So this might be one of the harder chords to learn. So you have your 2nd string on the 3rd fret, you have your 3rd string on the 2nd fret, you have your 5th string on the 1st fret. And then the last chord we're gonna learn is a D minor. So that is the 4th string on the 2nd fret, the 5th string on the 3rd fret, and then the 6th string on the 1st fret. For all you visual learners, I hope you can see how my fingers are placed as well. If you just copy that exact thing,
should be able to play these chords.
Number 3, you want to play those chords after one another. So you're going to play the C first, and then you're going to play the G.
So for this song, we're going to do C and G. So just practice playing these two chords separately, and then the next step is getting them together. So being able to play them one after each other. I'm gonna do some fun little strumming stuff with it. So
Alright, now you have a sick beat. Number 4, start singing, start rapping over these two chords. So what I usually do is I will play some chords and I'll just kind of hum over it.
So here's a little demonstration of how I kind of come up with a melody. I'm just gonna play those two chords and I'm gonna sing over it.
I'll even say words. Sometimes I'll like be speaking gibberish. You want to do this by yourself, otherwise you look crazy. But I'll literally be saying gibberish, but there'll be certain words that just keep sticking out for me. You can literally do anything. So you can hum, you can talk, rap, yodel if you want to, just whatever feels right. You want to come up with a melody at this point, but there might be some lyrics that you grab at this point as well. For some people it's kind of interchangeable. This section can be like the lyrics section. I usually go melody and then lyrics first. They're kind of intermingled. So while you're doing this, there'll be things that sound good and there'll be things that you can tell are kind of off. They're not exactly fitting the way you want. You want to repeat the things that sound good and build over those. I really find that using the voice memo app on your phone is really good at this part of the process, because you can listen back and there might be certain parts of the melody, something that you said that really sticks out to you, and you'll actually have it there. So keep doing that until you find some kind of melody that you like. Number 5 is writing the lyrics. This is, for me at least, this is the part that's my outlet. This is the part where I kind of just spill the beans. I talk about whatever I want to talk about. This could be an experience that you haven't let go of, that you still want to explore more. This could be your overflowing love for your cat that you want to express in words. I did that for my cat. There's no right or wrong answer here. You can write about whatever you want. So there might be certain words or phrases that came up in the melody process, and you might want to incorporate those. I find that to be a really good starting point. And I also like using rhyming words. I think that's a really easy way to kind of get into it. If you have an experience that you know you want to talk about, mind map that experience. Think of adjectives and nouns that remind you of that experience that you want to include in your song. This process can take a long time, not just the writing lyrics, but the melody as well. That can take a long time, and that's okay. It's part of the process. Number 6 is tweak. But beware of the perfectionism demon. I know that guy. I know the perfectionism demon real good. Just because a song might not be exactly how you pictured it does not mean that it is not a good song, a worthy song. You can write as many songs as you want until you get that good song, but you need to also know when to let let a song go. Tweaking is fine and all, but just remember when you start getting a bit too nitpicky that maybe you need to take a step back from the song and, you know, play some other stuff, do some other stuff, and then you can come back to it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be your outlet. That's the whole thing. That's the whole point. At this point, you have written a song. Congratulations. So I taught you 3 more chords than we actually used, and you can mess around with all of those chords, all 5 of them. They're all in the same key, jargon, but it just means that you can put them together, try out different combinations, and you can make some music. If you enjoyed this process, you should really look into songwriting and look into music theory, and it will open your world up to a bunch of possibilities. A lot of stuff can be done in music. It's super cool and it's super fun. Even if you decide music isn't your thing, it's still fun to write and create and do stuff for yourself. So even if you didn't enjoy music, you should try art, or you should try writing, or you should try something, because it's good for you. And maybe you'll learn something about yourself or about people that you wouldn't have learned without expressing your creativity. I hope this video was beneficial, and if you liked it, leave a like and a comment. Thank you guys.